My process has been to take some of the ugliness from the world and sort of digest it in my being and turn it around and give it back. It's almost like beauty is a place that I can lean against. So it gives me a feeling of connection. And I think that is what depression is for me, is a feeling of not being connected. I was an only child. I used to keep myself busy. I used to entertain myself by going into this world of just making beautiful things. I spent the first few years of my life in South Africa, and my mother was Dutch. At about the age of 6, I went on this amazing journey to Holland. It was a wonderful place to grow up as a child. It was free, it was beautiful. It is, I like to refer to it as my heartland. It's the place where I was the happiest ever. I studied textile designing at Cape Technicon, just seeing beautiful old textiles that we as students were allowed to draw from. And that has definitely been a great source of inspiration. I learned how to do sgraffito. It's a very ancient old way of decorating ceramics. It's a very fine way, you can get extreme detail, where you draw into the clay and then you lay the glaze into the grooves and you clean away the excess so that you're only left with a colored clay that's in the grooves. I also love the Victorian time. I love the way, the very feminine approach to art. Even the men at that stage were doing really delicate, beautiful drawings. And I love the combination of geometric with plant matter. There are a lot of artists whose work I think are incredible, but I think one name comes to mind, Albrecht Dürer, picture of weeds. The subject matter is just so unimportant, but so magnificent that everything around us tells a story. Maybe there's something in society that is lacking, that is a sort of an extended metaphor for why a weed will grow in a certain place. They're not discriminating, they don't mind where they grow, and no matter where they are, they're still beautiful. I look at a certain curve, I look at a certain leaf, and then I bring it onto the clay, and as I push it into the clay, that shape stays there forever. There's this consciousness that we tap into, and that allows me to access the beauty that I then see and that I then either bring to paper or to fabric or to clay. I need to do it in order to feel calm and to feel like a whole human being. I really just need to create. I can start with painting, then I might go to do some monoprinting, and then I've also always got some kind of clay project that I can dip into. And if I don't have something like that going on all the time, then I can become restless and get confused as to why I'm here. My purpose is to take things around me with my life experiences, sort of superimpose it all together. It actually stills my mind, and I also always think of how the work is going to be received. It's a dialogue that I'm having with the future people that are also going to see my work. If I'm honest when I'm working and I'm responding to a deep internal feeling of how I'm creating, then I believe that whoever sees it might tap into that as well and feel that same emotion. The artist Vasily Kandinsky spoke about the observer If the message in the work is honest, then that observer will see that work. There's a lot of people that drink out of the vessels that I've created, and that moment of them touching that cup and that vessel that I've made becomes a quiet moment of them feeling that peace. If I've got a problem that I need to sort of come up with a creative solution for, then I'll walk in the forest, because nature is all around us, and most of what I work with is plant. It's just always wonderful to see how nature solves issues.